Is this going on actual TV? Well, it is going on our website. We are The People Speak. We are on the internet. If you heard of it, we are on it. And you can follow us on all social media. We are at The People Speak. So if you have been on the table of chat and you enjoyed some bits of it, or you want to carry on a conversation, best way to do it is to come back, sit down, or tweet, or social media about us. But actually, I wanted to ask people here, hello, you look very stylish, if you don't mind me say so. There's a lot of very stylish people around here, and there's a lot of people queuing here, and I have been told that people are queuing because there is a game that people can play. But is it a computer game? Because I feel like, what is it then? Is it a computer game that people are standing here to play? Guys, what are you queuing for? I love your outfit. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
I'm a fashion person. So
you are a fashion person. You look like an influencer. I've said that before, and you know, because there's a lot of people here looking very stylish. So I wanted to ask you, is it a thing about Newham that people are just naturally really stylish? Because I'm definitely picking up that vibe. Can you comment on this? Is there a lot of good clothes shops in Newham? Or where do you get your outfits from?
for me, I can look anywhere. It doesn't matter for me. I can just buy something simple and do my own thing because I'm unique.
Come closer, don't be shy, because the thing with this microphone is that it's good, but it doesn't pick up the sound at the distance. Basically, that's the tragedy of my life, because you guys are over there and I'm here. Hello, welcome. This is a pop-up talk show and you are on it. Come and join us. We're just having a conversation about the Newham Show, about all the things that you guys have done today and things that you enjoyed. But in the meantime, we've got two young gentlemen at the table. Can I get your names, please?
Damali.
Damali, that's a really cool name. And?
Lewis,
That's also a very cool name. And we've got? Ellie, and we've got, that's it. And we've got me. My name is Margot, and I am your host right this moment. But I wanted to ask maybe the police or maybe anyone at all, what have you been doing today that you thought that is really cool? Something that you really enjoyed today? Damali? Was it you making this high-pitched sound? Because you sounded like a dolphin just then. I don't know if that was intentional. But hello, ladies. I can see you looking from afar. Welcome. This is a pop-up talk show. You can be on it. It is going on the internet. And we are talking about fashion. And apparently, this lady whose name I don't know. What's your name, lady in green? Mysterious lady. By the way, she's a future fashion influencer, or current one, in fact. But apparently there's a lot of good clothes shops in Newham. Would you agree with this? I mean, where do you get your outfits from? Because I'm really loving this. As you can see, I like patterns. So where do you get your stylish outfit from? It will forever remain a secret to all of us. But, okay, so guys, we have been talking about lots of things today. Hello, don't be shy. If you're queuing up, we will mind the queue for you. You can take a pew, you can sit down, relax, and we can have a conversation about absolutely anything at all. Hello, are you a real Batman? You're not, but you look just like a real Batman. And your dad, is it a Bat Dad? Is that what's happening? Okay, can you tell us about like what is happening? What have you been doing in Newham today? Have you solved any crime, any mystery? And you as well, what have you Bat people been doing today?
Well, I've been causing mischief, and he's been keeping me out of trouble.
Fantastic, so that's quite good. And also, I've noticed you've grown yourself some sunflowers. Coincidence? Why sunflowers? Can somebody explain to me? Why are they carrying sunflowers?
it's because we bought them for a price in one of the free tents.
Okay, so there's some kind of a flower dealership set up here somewhere. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? Because this lady is also carrying flowers. What, like, are you a keen gardener? Is that what people in Newham do? I'm trying to understand what people in Newham do. What is their kind of vibe? What do you tend to do in Newham?
I tend to... What does that
It's okay to consult because I'm sure your dad. I'm assuming it's a bad dad, right? You're related. You can sit down, by the way. Sit down, and I would encourage other people. Hello, this lady also have a flower. You can come and sit down. Come and sit down with us. Yes. So tell me what you like doing in Newham.
I like all the rides in Newham.
The rides. Okay. Has anybody here been on the ride today? Have you been on the ride? Would you like to go on the ride? Yeah? Which one? You can say it on the microphone. Thank you for sharing that, by the way. Would you like to go on the ride today? But which one? Because I'm being told a few.
Child ride.
What does that one do then?
The beach slide.
Okay, so this one over there. Okay, I see. So is this yes, Ellie, Evie, both.
Thank you. I just think I really don't like ghost rides at fairs, because once I went on one, not only did I get sprayed with water in the face, but some man just grabbed me from behind, which was not only scary, but I just wasn't expecting it as well. So I don't trust fairground rides anymore. I think they are an untrustworthy source of fun.
Okay, so rides, as fun as they seem, they may be actually dangerous. They may give you a shock that you don't expect. Have you, this is the younger generation. I'm sorry, Evie, you're kind of like mid-generation. I don't quite know how to describe you. But I'd like to ask the older generation, like the seniors, do you guys go on the rides? I would imagine Bat family would regularly go on the rides. I have no doubt about that. But do you guys think rides are good things to do? Have you ever been on a ride? Are the scary ghost rides a little bit too scary? You're not scared of them?
No,
How come?
because I like the heights.
Okay, controversial point. Okay, because normally, people who sit here, they kind of talk about their fear of heights, but you don't have a problem with that at all. You seem to be like totally accustomed with it. Okay, that's cool. Hello, I'd quite like to talk to somebody from the force, from the cadets, because so far we don't actually know what you guys do. Would you be able to explain and maybe rope some people in? Thank you for volunteering so eagerly. Give him a round of applause. And may that be an encouragement to all of you who are standing and deciding, and over there you seem like you want to join in. Join in for a few seconds and see how you go. But in the meantime, will you tell us your name?
George.
George, we have George on the table, so I'm going to get his name as well. What's your name?
Truth.
Druth. That's a great name. And?
Evie.
Great. I'm Margot, and this is everyone else. Unknown. Their names are unknown. But George, please explain to me what is going on next door.
Okay, so basically what's going on over there is that we are trying to represent our units and our borough, and trying to get some people who'd like to join us so they can serve their community, do a lot of fun stuff like activities, and make friends really.
Okay, so that's kind of what you've got going on there. It's interesting that you say that, because we've been here since like midday, and pretty much people were saying they want to stay connected with the community, but also quite a few people said that maybe the presence of the police is not as frequent anymore. There used to be more. Is that why you're doing recruitment? Is there a link, or is it just impression because you're working in different ways?
I wouldn't say that it's all about the lack of people that are joining. It's just that it's better if we get loads of people to join. It just brings more people together. It's kind of like a youth, in other words, but it's more of a discipline kind of way, and it even helps you in like later life for future jobs and everything like that.
So if you are kind of joining your group, is there an implication that you should join the police at the end of it, or is it a bit like, what do you think?
No, not really. if you join the cadets, you don't have to join the police after. It just helps you to get in if you really want to join. But really, it goes down your CV that you joined us, and it gives you more of a chance of getting a job in later life.
Okay, so here's an interesting proposition here to the young people. I mean, what's the youngest that you recruit? Because these guys look pretty keen, you know. Would you ever consider joining the police cadets? You would? How so? What convinced you from what George just said? Was there anything, or you already had your mind set on that possibility?
Yeah.
Okay, because so what's the youngest that you recruit? Because I'm just interested. There's a lot of young people here.
Okay, so we've got two different ways. So we've got the juniors, which are from 9 till 12, and the seniors, which go from 12 to 18. So there is possibilities for people to join at a younger age. Even at 8 years of age, there's still a possibility to join.
Okay, so it's quite open. Yes, Evie.
And I was just wondering how. So you when you're 18, if you want to join when after 18, you're not allowed to join. Or I'm just thinking like maybe we've had a lot of people today who want to help the police out. Like, do you accept volunteers who are older than 18?
Okay, it depends really, because if you have to leave at the age of 18, but you can join as a staff member to help out your units, in other words. But sometimes you come as a volunteer, which I have no details about at all, because I haven't joined long ago.
So 18 is quite a good kind of age, because I guess you're kind of quite a rounded person by that age as well. But we were slightly intrigued about the food that you guys ate, and I kind of wondered, we were trying to rope somebody in from your unit, and I think that person is you basically now, to kind of, because you guys are role models, you set a good example to community, and I think that's really fantastic, because I think it's about getting out there and feeling, being part of the community and helping community. But I've noticed you having chips and burgers, and I kind of wonder, is that is a compulsory part of your job that you have to kind of switch to that kind of diet?
I don't know. Let's just say it's them. If they want to relax and let us do the work, that's fine.
I'd say it's more than fine, and it's also very delicious. If there was anything that would convince me to join the police, I think that would be a big factor, basically. Okay, so here's the conversation about joining the police cadets. There's still people queuing over there to play snakes and ladders, apparently. Girls, I've got a question for you, actually. You're queuing to play the snakes and ladders game, right? Okay, so we're in like 21st century, 2019. A lot of people are switching to computer games. Are you those people? Are you more old school? You kind of like old kind of games, all kinds of old entertainment. I kind of wonder how you guys spend free time. Would you tell us on the mic? Ah, yeah, give them a round of applause. They came out, fantastic. You can grab a pew, but what are your names?
Amara. Aisha.
This is George, this is Evie, and I'm Marga, and this is Rick over there. So girls, like, how do people in Newham spend free time?
I think most of us just use technology and stuff.
So you do use a lot of technology, do you? Okay, and is that a good thing or a so-so thing? George,
It's really a bad thing when you use technology, because loads of people around the world use their phones, social media. It's not really healthy, in other words. Same as game consoles, and you're kind of taken away from your normal life. Like, you don't even care about, I don't want to go to this party, I want to stick to playing PlayStation. But
so what do you think, Amari? Like, do social media outlets and technology, does that actually take people further away from each other? Or because, Messenger is to message one another, as an example. By you purporting that perhaps technology is not so good for people, I wondered what you thought about it.
I think that technology is not a good thing because it keeps people away from each other,
as loads of people go on it and you don't know who could be on it.
Okay, and is that something that you'd say is a problem, or are there any kind of opportunities that come with technology? Because earlier, for instance, we met some people on this table who were like looking for employment in games and gaming, and that's a big industry. But then the old school people, you know, the older generation, they were no technology, no, thank you very much. Let's go back to. And actually, speaking of different generations, I wondered if you had any views about technology and whether it's a good or not so good thing for your daughters, for you, and for the world. Do you think technology is good?
Well, everything, you know, that it has advantage or disadvantage. So technology is good, some kind of, you know, that sometimes kids, I think, yeah, it can be.
Thank you for making that point, because I think the good thing about Talkaoke, which is, by the way, a pop-up talk show, and George was so beautifully speaking about the work they do here across the way, just with the police cadets, and actually there's a lot of chat earlier and throughout about the community of Newham and how we can bring people together, and I wondered whether this lady over there had any views. She's kind of listening to her music. Maybe she doesn't know that we're talking to her. In fact, I'm pretty sure she doesn't. But what kinds of things do people do to kind of bring communities together? And I kind of wondered, hello there, hey, we are doing a pop-up talk show, and I wondered if you could tell us what is so good about Newham. We will never know. This lady carried on walking. Evie, did you have something to contribute?
I'm thinking, I'm just thinking about what I think about Newham so far. I think people are very passionate about the area, and I think I'm surprised I've been when I've lived in other parts of London. Maybe people actually don't like the police a lot, but like a lot of the people here are really keen and want the police on the streets, which is something that I haven't experienced in lots of different areas of London. So I found that interesting, and then also maybe hopeful, because I know at the moment there can be quite a lot of tension between the police and civilians. And I just wondered, as a police cadet, what do you find that maybe your friends think of you differently now that you do police cadets? Do you think there is that tension, or is it always thought of as like a good thing to do?
So police can sometimes cause tension in communities, but that isn't the impression that we're getting in Newham. Everybody seems to want more police. So George, what would you respond to Ellie's point?
Can you say that again, please? Can you say that again, please? I haven't heard it.
Say that again.
Sorry, can you say the question again?
Oh, the question was, do you find, because Ellie was just saying that in different parts of London, people are maybe not as trusting towards the police, and whether you being in police yourself or in the cadets, does that change your colleagues, your friends, your community's attitude,
Well, hardly they don't know I joined the unit or the police cadets. Some that are in my unit that I know do know anyways. I don't really tell them that I do police cadets for various reasons, and really it's just that sometimes you have to, if you're going to join the police or want to do the police cadets, sometimes you don't want to convey it to people that are associated to gangs or any bad paths, in other words.
You kind of made the point, and in fact, lovely madam and lovely Sarah over there, you can join in. You can just sit down and rest your legs and bum, I was gonna say, because yeah, sure, you have to rest your bum too. But you said something that made me interested, because you said you don't tell your friends that you're in cadets necessarily for obvious reasons, and I wondered whether I could press you a bit more to explain what those obvious reasons are, and would people take, would people look down upon the fact that you are in police cadets, do you think?
Well, the thing is that if you tell people that, oh, you're in the cadets, which is a good thing, when it's associated with the police, their views are so much different, because they think the police are mainly the enemy. So obviously there's chances we could potentially be harmed in a way because of what we do.
Okay, I think I understood that. It's quite an interesting point that you made there, because everybody seems like they want more police around, but maybe in kind of social day-by-day situations that may be slightly different. But in the meantime, we've got a new face around the table, around the face. What's your name?
Ikram.
Ikram. That is an excellent name. So welcome, Ikram. What have you been doing today? Have you been considering joining the cadets? Would you like to become a policewoman one day?
Yeah, me.
That's actually quite fantastic, because you know what? Next door you can sign up for it, and your mum probably knows about it now because she was listening intently. Okay, so do you find, okay, so there's a lot of people here, they want to serve the community, maybe joining the police or cadets is one of them. We actually had quite a few conversations on this table, and everyone is welcome to join, but I feel like we're blocked off by this queue of people who don't want to join in, which is fine by me, because we're having a very pleasant chat here. I think also in terms of things that people want to do in the future, and I think the question, I'd like to ask the mom a question as well, now that she took, I think you took quite a few pictures now, which is great. We love pictures, we post for them, and indeed you, sir, as well. You're welcome to come and join. I wanted to ask you, a lot of people here told us what they wanted to be when they are older, and I wanted to ask you, sir, and you, madam, what did you want to be when you were, as a child? What did you want to be as a grown-up? Do you remember? What? I can't hear you. A pilot. Okay, were you successful in pursuing that dream? What stopped you? What? Okay, I understand. Okay, what about you, madam? What did you want to be as a child? She will never tell us because it's a secret. What about you guys? Would you like to come and join the conversation? The thing about Talkaoke, the best way for it to work is when people sit around the table, because my arm is actually very short. I can't actually stretch out very far. Oh, there's some more cadets as well over there. Hello, you guys. Would you like to come and join? We got some views from George about joining the cadets. All the kind of positive and maybe things that raise questions you told us about, and I wanted to get your names and kind of find out what your experiences of being in the cadets, and particularly a woman. Not something that I see a lot. So before we do, I'm just going to get your name. So what's your name?
Tanzin.
Tanzin, great name.
Elisha.
Elisha?
Asvin.
Asvin, I really love your pronunciation. It really helps my job a lot. So guys, I'm Margot, by the way. This is Evie, this is Rick, and you may know George. I don't know, you probably do know him actually. What got you into being in the cadets? What was that kind of initial push? Can I come to you? I don't know. No, I mean, this is basically just a conversation. I'm interested because as you can see, you're wearing uniforms. I don't, because I'm not in a cadet. But maybe I will be, although maybe I'm not 18. I'm a little bit older than 18 actually, so I may not qualify. But I wanted to ask you, and in fact, oh look, now he's interested. Bring us some chips, that's what we want. But what got you, in fact, what's your name by the way? Andrew, what brought you and you guys into doing the job that you're doing? Your job and you guys being in the cadets. What was the initial impulse?
What's the aims of the VPC?
It can be like very personal. I mean, do you remember, Andrew, what got you into this?
Me?
Come and sit down. Give these guys a round of applause because they are actually officially at the Talkaoke table, and you guys can come and join us. This is like once in a lifetime opportunity to get views from these guys about why they are protecting the Newham community.
Well, I didn't have anything to do.
Tell us how you got into your job.
Okay, I got into my job through an advert in the Newham Recorder.
No way, okay. What was the advert for, specifically?
Looking for the adult volunteers.
Okay, so you started by being a volunteer, which is probably similar what you guys are doing. I suppose you are volunteering your time, right? Okay, and so that was, let's say, years ago. Yeah, and you're still volunteering. So is that something that is needed, appreciated in this community?
Yes, it is appreciated and it is needed. Unfortunately, there's not enough adults in this community that who do have free time but don't give it.
Okay, so coming back, because I guess we've got the benefit of this kind of set of people around the table is we've got various generations, genders around this table, and I wondered what you guys, you are as young people, you volunteer your time to do something quite worthy, and is that a done thing in this borough, which is quite a young borough overall? Do people volunteer a lot? We've met some, but do you have anything to say, Tanzin?
Yeah, many people volunteer, but then we like what we do, and it's hard work.
It's hard work in what way?
Time and effort.
I don't know what to say.
So yeah, you can say.
It's time and effort, to be honest.
And is that something that people maybe aren't so willing to kind of put into something?
Yeah, definitely, because not all young kids want to spend their time doing certain like community stuff. It's more like spending their own time on their own stuff, to be honest.
Okay, so why do you think that is? Why do young people find it hard to, or maybe they're not as willing to give their time and effort into something that is quite worthy for the community? What do you think maybe like the barrier to get young people involved? What kind of barriers maybe you had to kind of overcome to do that? I'm just really curious because I don't volunteer for...
You just gotta come over yourself.
Sorry, say that again?
Yourself.
Okay, you're saying that maybe oneself can be like the barrier of going and achieving bigger things. Is that the case?
Yeah.
And do you kind of talk about, I mean, this is really actually quite important what you guys are saying, because there's a lot of people who said earlier, and you were here when I was saying it, who want more police presence in the community. They feel like something maybe change over the time. They want to be doing something to improve the community. They're not always sure what to do. And you guys are excellent examples of what, you know, how to do this job really well. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of get your views on that, because I love the sound of my own voice, but it's kind of beyond the point, you know. You've got something to add, George?
No, I haven't thought of anything that I could add on to this conversation.
Are there like other volunteer groups that are around the Newham Borough? Like, could you also be like a fire cadet? Like, and then you guys have, is there a rivalry between them? I want to know like, what are the other groups around? Or is it VPC and then that's it?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. Is there I can't even say that word, but you know what I'm trying to say. Rivalry. I can't actually say it literally. Between like different groups. Who's got a comment on that? I've seen some smiles and some kind of like, Andrew, you definitely had that on your face going on. Yeah?
Yeah, so there is a bit of rivalry in our unit. So there's Eastleigh unit and Little Ilford unit. So we get challenged neither by perfect drill or getting the most volunteering hours. So it's kind of a tug of war, in other words.
Okay, so but it's a kind of like a positive rivalry. I need to like say it really slowly because I fail otherwise. Okay, we were talking about like playing sports earlier as well, because there's a lot of young people who actually I was like shocked to discover people don't do sports much. Do you do sports a lot as part of your yeah? What kind of stuff?
Every week they do sports. They do, half of the lesson is done with drill, discipline, marching, taking orders, standing to attention, not moving an inch. And
I saw you looking at her a little bit like, it's like moving about. Is that your thing? Do you like move about a lot?
Yeah, I can't stand still.
Okay, that's an interesting thing. Do you like dancing?
No.
Oh, okay, so not that kind of movement. Okay, but it sounds like it's pretty serious stuff, right? That you guys have to do. But what about fun? Like, do you do things for fun? What kind of stuff?
We do stuff that's fun, but I don't know.
London Marathon. Oh.
What, you guys run the London Marathon?
we're just there giving water to people who are running, so just helping them, to be honest.
Okay, that's really cool. So guys, like, listen, we can talk about this, or we can talk about something completely unrelated to cadets. I know Andrew's here, but you know, he's got a life outside of the cadets as well. Okay, no, he doesn't. All right, sorry about that. Scratch that. He doesn't, but I'm sure you guys do. And I just wonder, like, is it good to be a young person in Newham? Like, what's kind of happening in Newham outside of obviously the cadets?
What do you talk about when I'm not here?
Yeah, exactly. And it's on the mic, and also he's not going to be listening in. But yeah. What do people do in Newham? I'm coming to you, George, but I don't have to. And there's a man just over there looking very intrigued. But hey, man, looking very intrigued. You don't have to be so intrigued from afar. You can come and join us because we are a talk show. We are a pop-up talk show. And you, lady, indeed, you can come and rest your legs here. We are a pop-up talk show, and the conversation on the table is, yes, it's about volunteering. Yes, it's about joining the cadets and doing something good for your environment, doing good to your community, but it's also, we were talking about protecting the environment. We're talking about fun things to do in Newham, and you've got yes, Evie.
Oh no, I just didn't talk about. I don't know whether all my friends are watching Love Island. Is it something that everyone else is watching?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, I don't watch Love Island, so I'm intrigued to hear what is it. Oh, there's some smiles over there. Love Island. Yeah. Okay. Right. What is Love Island? If you were to like encapsulate that.
It's when like random boys and girls go on the show to find love and all that, but there's a lot of drama on it, what makes it really funny. So
okay, so it's drama, love, and a bit of fun. Okay, that is like a winning ingredients of a winning program. So many. Are you guys fans of Love Island? Of course, she spoke for you, so obviously you are. Why? What's wrong with these ideas? Like,
It's just so boring.
Is it boring? Okay, Love Island is boring. Here it is. I said it. Not my view. I've never seen it. But Love Island is boring. So this lady over there is protesting. Please tell us, why is Love Island not boring? And of course, you're a fan as well. Please tell us. You need to come closer because my arms are micro long. They're actually very short.
I don't watch it much, but there's lots of drama.
There's lots of drama. Okay, can you tell us? Okay, what's happening in there? Where's the drama coming from?
It's like there's a couple, a boy and a girl are together, and then the next thing you know, they move to another person. So really, they don't stick with one person.
Okay, so there's a bit of an intrigue. Hello, please grab a pew and everything will become clear. What's your name, by the way, the Love Island expert?
Zainab.
Zainab gave us some insights. What about you? I mean, do you watch Love Island?
No.
Too much. What does that mean?
Too much to keep in your head.
Okay. So, because please remind me your name.
Alicia.
Alicia said that actually there's a lot of love, drama, and that's been echoed there. But you're saying it's just too much. So what are you so preoccupied with then?
Too much emotions going on there.
Okay, are we too scared to get our emotions out there? Are men holding on to their emotions? That's why you hate Love Island? Is it an emotional thing? Come and sit down for a moment. You had your hand up.
Oh, I was just thinking. I think all my friends are watching it at the moment. So I'll catch the news, or it's all on Twitter or whatever. And I think a lot of the appeal is that watching lots of impossibly beautiful people maybe fail, and it makes everyone feel a bit better about themselves. You're like, well, these people are all gorgeous and they can't find love. So maybe it's all right. Maybe we can just sort of go on, and I think make people feel better about themselves.
Okay, would you say, Alicia, that is why people watch Love Island? Just to see the celebrity-looking ordinary people fail, seek love and fail. Is that what the appeal is?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, you want to expand on this? Any kind of current couples that we should be kind of looking out for?
Oh, I'm a bit behind, so I haven't actually watched the last few episodes of it, so I need to catch up.
Okay, so yeah, you need to catch up. I mean, is that what you're gonna do after this? Okay, fine, that's good to know. Okay, but gentlemen, I'm intrigued. What are you scared of? Of love, of emotions?
It's waste of time.
Waste of time. Have you heard such thing? Tell us.
There's drama, but it's just waste of time.
Okay, so what kind of drama are you guys into? What is kind of... Hello, we're talking about Love Island. Apparently it's great, but apparently only if you're a woman. Do you like Love Island? Have you... Come and tell us about it, because I've never seen... Would you like to find out the pros and cons? What? No, it's a no. Come and tell us, because I'm also intrigued about what have you done in Newham Show? What are the places that you visited? Because we're kind of here, we know what's going on here, but you two, you've been around. He's got a massive camera. But please tell us, because we just need to know. We're just kind of stationary here. Okay, that's okay. I get it. I get it. So what kind of drama would you be interested in? If it's not relationship related, what kind of drama is the stuff that you'd watch?
Something that's more interesting than Love Island.
Such as?
I don't know.
Love Island sounds better than I don't know. I don't know. What about you?
Something you don't know is more interesting than something that you do know is happening.
That's a very interesting point. We were talking earlier about, can you hate something you've never tried? We were talking about food, but can you be intrigued? Are the unknown things more intriguing? Are you more intrigued by the things that you know or things that you don't know?
By the things that I don't know.
What are the things that you're currently intrigued by?
The latest movies that have come out, and most of them are not love, but it's better.
Okay, so what kind of films are you guys recommending right now? We were talking about Dirty Dancing earlier. Are you familiar with that film? No? Yes? Yeah, kind of, okay. Can you explain what that film is, more or less?
Well, I don't know that much.
Okay, basically...
Briefly, but...
Okay. Can you, Evie?
Oh, I think it's got something to do with watermelons.
Okay, it's a watermelon-based film, basically. But what are your kind of like hot tips on cinema, kind of things people need to go and see like immediately?
I'm not sure.
Okay, it's going to be very hard to look up those films, but we can try.
Annabelle, the new Annabelle's come out. I want to go.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We were talking about horror films earlier and about like good ones to go and see. I think at the moment there are lots of high budgets, like good horror, scary films to go and see, which I like because for so long they've been rubbish and really cheap. So I want to go and see Midsummer as well, the one that's set in Sweden, because like set in the middle of the day, so it's light, and yet still all these kind of scary things happening. And I like that kind of like flip of it, like making it a bit different. But Annabelle looks almost a bit too scary, but in a good way.
So what is it about scary films? Like, what is it about this Annabelle film? I've never heard of it. Like, what's the premise of that then?
It just gives you a thrill, a really good thrill. So.
But hang about, you work for the police. Do you not get enough thrills there? Do you need like a top-up thrill through cinema?
Yeah, I don't get enough in the police, so it's fine.
Okay, so it's like looking for all sorts of thrills. Okay, fine. And are there any films that you guys can recommend? The films that kind of changed your lives, kind of opened your eyes to new things? Influential films, I think that's what I'm after. Actually, I want to ask this sir over there. Sir, if you were to name one film that changed your life, and in fact you, sir, as well, one film that changed your life, yeah, what was it? What is it? The film that changed your life. Was it Dirty Dancing? Sorry? Come closer. This is a pop-up talk show. Right now we're talking about films. That's the chat on the table. Come and join. What's it?
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing. Sounds like a good advice, but also name of a film. Can you explain what that film is? Yeah, what's it about? Because it could be interpreted in very many ways. Yeah, come and sit down. And in fact, you, sir, over there, I know you're thinking about your film choice.
It's a film called Do the Right Thing by a filmmaker called Spike Lee. He was an African-American first guy that really made commercial black movies, and it's a great film and all should watch it, and it's I saw it just the other day. It's very relevant to today. Very relevant.
So has that film, does it make a difference to you that the film was made by a black director, and which made it to mainstream? Is that something that hasn't been done before Spike Lee?
No, it hadn't. It hadn't. No, not really. Not box office, not Hollywood. Independent, yes, but not Hollywood. So that was the first one, yeah.
So, and the film in itself, like, what is it about? Like, if you were to kind of encapsulate it in one line, because look, this I get a feeling that film came out some time ago now, right? And we've got a young generation here, and I think it's a good thing to pass on knowledge and experience. And these guys can obviously pass some experience as well. But if you were to encapsulate what that film is about,
well, it came out about close to 30 years ago. Ouch.
that's okay. It's fine. You can still tell us.
And it was about it was about young people finding their way. Young people know lack of opportunities, and it was about police brutality. And what Spike Lee was showing nearly 30 years ago is on our streets still today. Nothing's changed.
Okay, so you guys, so that's quite a strong message of a film made over 30 years ago. By the way, what's your name?
My name's Clive.
Clive, okay, excellent. So we've got Clive, guys, joining us. Okay, so would you say what he's talking about, these themes, would you say they're relevant, or is it just a matter of perspective? Maybe they're relevant in America, maybe not so much in Newham. The police brutality you're talking about, lack of opportunity for young people, is that something that you guys feel like, you know? And in fact, everyone else here as well, we're talking about the influential films that had a big impact on you. You mentioned Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. We had, well, Annabelle, which is not an influential film yet because you haven't seen it yet. And we are talking about some themes from...
Young people should watch it. It's a very important film. In fact, there was an interview. They interviewed Spike Lee just after he won his Oscar, and no, not for that film. It was for, what was the film? I can't remember the film, but he just won an Oscar for it this year. And what he was saying, he was giving some advice to young filmmakers, and his advice was to go back and watch old movies, because a lot has been done before, a lot of great films has been made before, and we don't need to be recreating the wheel, so to speak. You know, there's a lot of good stuff out there that needs to be seen before we go on and make our new stuff.
Okay, so that's a very interesting point. This is actually encouraging. Oh, we have people going. Before you go, just a quick question. Is there anything that was said at the table that you're going to take away with you, or perhaps you want to pose a question to open up the discussion for us all before you shoot off?
I think that I should watch the things that I've never watched before.
I think that's pretty fair. Okay, that's really good. Clive, like, have a little pew, like, because literally you look like your legs need resting, and you guys going as well. Can you tell me, like, your last parting thoughts before you go, before you leave me here on my own to die in the middle of this donut? But don't worry about me, it's okay.
Sorry, what was the question?
What is your final thought that you're going to take away with you, or a question you'd like to bounce to everyone?
Really, from what he said, if we watch it, maybe we can learn something from it. Maybe from the history of the old generation to the new generation, and see what has changed back then.
Okay, perhaps we could learn something from the older generation. Thank you very much, George. You were really great. You're probably going off to eat some chips. If you do, please share them out. Okay, so there's few things that we were talking about here. And obviously, older generations, younger generations, they sometimes get on, sometimes don't. But it sounds to me, and maybe you say you've got some insights. Hey, are there any films? That's question number one. Are there any films to absolutely anybody that you would recommend watching because they've changed your life? And is there anything that young generation can learn from older generation? So we are kind of like here with a donut of chat. We are cut off from the lifeblood of other people by this magnificent queue, and I don't actually know what people are queuing for. Hello there. Hello, could somebody tell me what is this queue for? Do you guys know? What is this queue for? Oh, hello. There's some people walking past. Are you coming to join the queue? Come and join our conversation. Because the problem we're having here is we're cut off from people. And the queue people, they're just too busy queuing. They don't want to chat. I suggest that perhaps if you move closer this way, you can be still queuing and you can tell us your films. And this lady over there and this lady over here, they're obviously queuing, but they also talking to us. Hello, ladies over there as well. Come and join us. This is the pop-up talk show. We were just talking about favourite films. Hello there. You've got a sticker on your I'm really intrigued, but I can't really see it. Can you come and tell us what the sticker is for?
My mom just gave it because I won the prize.
Okay, so you've got some stickers. Okay, well, why don't you come and sit down and we have a conversation? And in fact, I encourage all of the young people to come and sit down and tell us, what have you been doing today? Come on, you guys, you can come and sit down and we can have a chat. What is your name, by the way?
Stephen. My name is Stephen.
Stephen, that's a great name. And girls, what are your names?
My name's Leona.
Viola, very nice.
My name's Jezia.
Jezia, very nice. And your name?
Iowa.
Iowa, you've got some excellent names. I'd quite like to get some more people and in fact parents as well around the table because this is for absolutely everybody. So guys, come and join us. We've got some people around the table over here. We also have...
Hello, I'm Evie.
We've got hello, she's Evie, and hello, I'm Margot. And you guys, you can come and join us because we are slightly cut off from the actual flowing people by a queue. And the queue is adamant, they don't want to talk to us, but they send the children to talk instead. Send the children. But I just want to get more people around the table, and I want to ask you guys, what were you doing at the festival today? What did you do that you enjoyed? Stephen?
I enjoyed making a prize.
Making a prize?
Winning a prize.
Winning a prize. Okay, I think you know what question follows, right? And the next question is, what did you win the prize for? What was it for?
It was for some activities. So if you completed all the activities, you would get the prize.
Okay, and did you have to compete for a long time? I'm actually trying to get something going here because I've got a thought in my mind. So did you have to compete for a long time?
It was kind of quick.
It was quick, okay, right. And girls, what did you like today? Was there anything that you did today that you enjoyed? I mean, just tell us.
I enjoyed making spray painting hearts.
A what?
Hearts on the wall.
Heart on the wall. Okay. Can you tell us how you made that heart on the wall?
I spray painted it with some help.
Okay, spray paint. I think outside of this park it would be considered an act of vandalism, but here is fine, right? Okay, so we've got some great things that people have done today. If you guys want to share and tell us what you've been doing today, let me know. And what about you? What did you do today?
So we haven't been here for a long time, but I think a few stands away, we wrote our dream jobs.
It's very interesting that you say that because this is exactly the conversation that we've been having earlier about the dream jobs. But I wanted to come back to your point about competitions because I've heard that young people don't like competing and they don't like to spend time and effort doing something like entering competition. Is this true? Are young people not very good with being committed to giving time and effort? Is this true? Do you enter competitions?
Sometimes.
What about you? Do you think the young people are just too busy doing other things that they don't want to put in effort to do something like a competition?
I think that
Oh, it's a very active microphone.
I think that for example, if there's a prize, then they're more into it.
Okay, so maybe if there's a prize, was that something that got you into the competition in the first place? What was the prize?
You had to pick into a box and you get a prize inside the box. It's like a lucky dip.
Okay, so you picked the prize that you wanted. Yeah, is that right? Okay, so, I think actually that's really, really good. But I quite like the question about what people want to do when they are older. And I actually wanted to ask some of the parents as well. Are there any parents in the crowd? Can you point them out? Are there any parents? Any parents? Right. Listen guys, I basically have a question for you because we've got different generations here around this table. And my question to you is, what did you want to be when you were their age and have you succeeded? So you can just like pop up and tell me because my arms are extremely short. They're probably even shorter than your arms and your arms are quite short. But that's okay because you're small, so that's fine, they'll grow bigger. So what did you want to be when you when you were their age?
I wanted to become a doctor.
And how did that go?
Not really. I become a nurse and I'm a specialist.
Okay. You know what question follows? What do you specialize in? She will mind your cue. She will hold your place.
I'm a specialist in intensive care, so deteriorating patient, recognizing deteriorating patient in the hospital.
Okay, wow, so that's a very serious job. And by the way, bless you, I think you need to be like more unwell for her in order for her to like act, but actually that's fine. So okay, so being a nurse, not a doctor but a nurse, but actually you're doing a very important job there. Is anybody here who wanted to be a nurse when they grow up? And ladies, you can come forward because we've got some seats here so you can just chill. Does anybody here want to be a nurse when they grow up? Oh, we've got a shy little hand going up. Is this you?
Yes.
Can you tell us why?
I want to be a nurse to help people around the world.
Okay, so you want to help people. Okay, what's the vibe in the queue? Because we're clearly not getting people sitting at the table because the queue is much more appealing. In fact, the minute I finish here, I'm going to join the queue. Hell, why not? I don't know what I'm queuing for, but I'll do it. But guys, what did you want to be when you grow up? I'm really interested. Is anybody wanted to be a nurse or a policeman, a fireman, or pilot? I think somebody wanted to be a pilot. Ladies, I'm going to come to you, Stephen, and the girls. I just want to ask you guys, what did you want to be when you were their age? Just shout it out. I think you've got some ideas, the lady with the little hat there. Yeah. I'm looking at you. Yeah. What did you want to be when you grow up? Mum. Mum. You wanted to be a mum, or you didn't? It's very interesting. Yeah, so people they never knew they're gonna be mums. That was never on the job agenda at all, and suddenly they became mums. How is that? Like overall, is it good? Would you recommend it? Do you recommend being a mum? No, she says no. She's like, no, don't do it. Don't do what I did. Okay, fair enough. Okay, Ellie?
Well, I think it's like you have to do a lot of work as a mum, and you don't always get paid in the same way that maybe like if you're working at a nursery or working at childcare, you do get paid for it. But a lot of the time, parents, they have to do a lot of work, which is really useful for society because people grow up and they become normal, productive adults. But you have to do some work to look after them.
Okay, is this true? I want to ask the mum. So some people say yes, motherhood. Some people say don't do it. Ladies over there, and in fact, boys. And actually everyone, parenthood, are parents like, is it cool to be a parent or would you rather be a pilot? That's my question. But you had something to say, Stephen, about what you want to be when you're older. What do you want to be?
I want to be a policeman.
Wow, that is very interesting. You know why? Look behind you. You know where these guys are working. You do, don't you? Right, okay. And can I ask you why? Because obviously the nurses, okay, they help, and obviously you're going to be a future nurse, so I'm going to be very nice to you, because by the time you're a nurse, I'm going to be really old, so I'm going to need your help, probably. So we've got nurses, but what about policemen? What good is a policeman? What does police do? Because I don't know. I know they eat chips, but that's as far as I know.
They capture crooks and things, and they can drive all transports.
So they help fighting crime, that kind of stuff. Okay, and is it important? I mean, is there much crime going on in Newham or something that you want to be a policeman? And also, isn't that a bit dangerous? Probably not as dangerous as being a mum. Your life could be jeopardized at any moment. You put yourself out there. But are you not scared to be a policeman?
Am I not?
Okay, recruits, please just be mindful. There's a young man. He would want to join your gang soon. Probably shouldn't say it, a gang, but you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, and what about you? What do you want to be when you're older? Would you like to be a policewoman?
Actually no, but I would like to be a doctor.
Okay, so you're having a medical family. That's quite good, no? That's all right. Also, would you recommend parenthood? Yeah, it's a thumbs up. Okay, so there's some hope. Fantastic. Okay, what kind of a doctor would you like to be then?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, but vaguely kind of, maybe you and your sister. I'm assuming she's your sister. She could not be, I don't know. She could be a stranger, as far as I know. But you're related. Luckily, there's your mum over there. So maybe you could set up your own practice. What do you guys think? Okay. What about you guys? Because what do you want to be when you're older? Would you come and tell us on the mic? Don't be shy. This is actually really fun.
I want to be a scientist.
A scientist. Okay, guys, we've got some serious future game changers around the table. Why a scientist? What kind of science?
Because they invent a new stuff to help the public.
What do you guys think about scientists? I mean, is being a scientist a good thing? Like, have you heard of any inventions that, kind of changed? Yeah?
So in school, we were making PowerPoints about Alexander Graham Bell, who invented the telephone.
Do you mean like an iPhone?
No.
What do you mean then?
So, like the ones that you pay for the red ones.
They're kind of really old telephones, right? Is that the kind of stuff that you're interested in inventing, potentially, kind of telephone-based inventions?
No, I'm interested in making like medicines, new type of medicines and stuff. It will also help the doctors.
Guys, just to say, I think we are here witnessing an inception of I don't know, like some kind of medical corporation, because I don't know if you're aware, but she's gonna be a nurse, she's gonna be a doctor. We had a policeman, which is also very valid, and you want to work as a scientist working towards new medical stuff, is that right? I think you guys should exchange numbers, basically, and just like give each other a ring maybe in 20 years time, just to kind of, push things along. But okay, so you were talking about Mr. Bell, who invented a telephone. Are there any other inventions that you may want to do? And anyone else is included. What kind of inventions are missing currently? What should we invent that's currently missing? What do you think? And you can tell us a little bit more about your inventions in the medical world.
I want to create a medicine that can help cure any type of illness such as cancer, heart stuff.
Okay, so kind of one medication helps all, but mainly cancer. Okay, so how is it, guys, that you how old are you, by the way?
I'm 7.
Okay.
9.
What?
9.
Okay, so you guys are similar-ish age, and you are
25.
25. Okay, right. I know, and she's still alive. It's crazy. I'm 34. I'm still alive. Like, shocking, isn't it? How old are you guys? Just in general, shout out numbers. I know it's a hard sell. I know, but these guys reveal their ages, so don't be shy. But anyway, so I just wanted to ask you. Okay, so how do you know so much stuff at the tender age of 7, 9, and 9? How come you've got all this knowledge? Where do you get it from?
School and computers, modern technology. You can search it up.
Okay. Yes, Abby?
we're on computer. I really like watching YouTube videos where it's like tell me about astronomy or stuff like that. I've learned a lot about YouTube, but I wonder where else do you go to like learn stuff on the internet? Yeah, I know whether it's true as well.
So internet, a complete disaster and pitfall of this world, or is it a source of knowledge? Discuss. Where do you get your knowledge from on the internet? Do you get it on the internet? Do you?
Wow. You just need to look up medical stuff and then
like medical journals, like hardcore university papers. That's kind of what you are researching at the moment on the internet. Is that right? Okay, that's pretty cool, you know. I mean, young people, this is one thing that I'm keep realizing more and more. The young people are very, very clever and they get a lot of knowledge from the internet. What do you guys think about the internet in general? Not just for like work, but also like for fun and stuff. We're talking about games and stuff. Is internet good for that? Oh, hello, Mum. You can sit down, you've queued enough. You can just sit down and chill. And in fact, anyone can sit down and like rest their legs. So what other stuff do people do on the internet?
They can play games, but sometimes internet can be harmful.
How so?
They can be hacked, their accounts.
Okay, so internet hackers. It's interesting that we didn't have anybody here around the table who want to work, you know, for their internet, for instance, or for the technology. What are you going to say?
Sometimes it can be harmful if someone like you and you don't know them, so you just need to basically X, you need and then the message will be gone, and then sometimes if you don't know them, you might hurt their feelings if you don't see them.
Okay, so you have to be kind of careful about who you're talking to, but also sometimes when you speak to somebody on the internet, it's very easy to press X, close the chat, and that may really upset them because they may think you don't want to talk to them. It's something about human connection though, isn't it? Like, it's something about having a conversation with people. Do you think we need a conversation as people?
I disagree with her. That's because sometimes the X can also lead to the link that's harmful.
So we are talking about, by the way, what's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel, shall we do a round of names? Just refresh our names to Daniel and his mum. Are you related to this young man? Come and sit down. That's good. Guys, if you budge up, then I don't even know. You know. Listen, it's not gonna hurt. I promise you. We've got a nurse and future doctors and police at this table. You're safe. You're basically safe with us. So we're just gonna do a round of names. Come and join us. Oh, okay, fine. What is your name?
Shella.
Shella?
Jazia.
Leona.
Sahol.
Daniel.
Evie. And that's Rick over there. Luckily, I knew his name because he's too far away from the microphone, basically. And I'm Margot. So, Daniel, we were just talking about the internet being harmful, but also really good for finding out knowledge. These girls read medical papers, and she's only 7. She in fact reads them as well, and knowing the family she comes from. So, do you use internet? What kind of stuff do you use it for?
YouTube, playing games, homework.
So come and join us. You can see that you maybe have something to say, and your mum is just there. So hello, mum. Just give us a little wave, yeah. Okay, actually, guys. Oh, she's going. We've upset her. We just Are you pressing a cross on us? So you're like closing this chat? Oh my days! This is actually happening. Girls, are you all going then? Before you go, can I ask you to give us your final thoughts? Something that you enjoyed talking about, or maybe you want to ask a question to all of us?
Pass.
Maybe we'll come back to you, but you can just tell us, and Mum can tell us as well.
By doing this, improved my confidence in talking.
Okay, I thought you were very confident anyway, both of you. But if that improves your confidence further, then that's perfect. And anything from your mum? Mum, has your confidence been challenged?
Very.
We really appreciate that, girls. So have a lovely time at the festival, whatever's left of it. And we've got a new person around the table. Goodbye. What's your name?
Zanera.
Zanera. So we were talking about the internet. Daniel was saying, and in fact, hello. What's your name?
Johnson.
Johnson. Very nice name. So we're talking about the internet as a source of knowledge. Videos. Maybe soon you'll reveal some good YouTube channels to watch. But I wanted to ask you guys: do you use internet? Is internet, or is it to use the emoji language here?
It's normal. It's like middle. It's not good. It's not bad.
So if that was like a hand gesture, what would that look like? Okay, cool. So internet is just exists. It's just part of life. And do you use internet in your life? How do you do it?
I have my own phone, and sometimes I put YouTube on and play videos. My internet's a bit bad because sometimes it ended up coming on YouTube. That happens sometimes.
Okay, so sometimes the Wi-Fi is what's letting us all down. Okay, so the internet, and actually a lot of people are also talking about like their future careers, and I wanted to ask you guys, with the internet and the gaming and all technology present, like what are your career choices? Do you think you may?
She's sick.
She's sick. Did you?
And her name is Sydney.
Oh, Sydney. Hello, Sydney. Nice to meet you. You can sit down, which you are already doing. Sydney. Okay, Sydney, nice to meet you. So, guys, I wanted to ask you, hello, what is your name then?
Gabriel.
Daniel. Oh, we've got two Daniels vis-a-vis. Very nice. Gabriel. Oh, thank you, parents, for subtitles. You know, I'm a and you can understand why, obviously. Parents, what are your names? I mean, I'm assuming your parents.
Andrea.
Oh, come and join us. I give her a little round of applause because she's like half sold, right? Okay. Because, you know, this is intergenerational. You represent, I'm sorry to say, looking at the age around the table, you're like the older generation, and so am I, and that makes me feel a little bit depressed. But I wanted to ask you, what do you make of the kind of contemporary world filled with technology, internet? People seem to be on YouTube a lot. What do you make out of all of it?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
You don't like it? Okay. Is it a popular opinion on this table? Do people like technology? Technology, yes, hands up. Okay, but we've got an opposing view. Please tell us a little bit about your view.
It's too much. You kids staying too much, playing on tablets, phone. Instead, look around of you. Everything is so nice. You can play outside always, all the time on the games. Losing everything around you is so nice.
Is it a little bit like what we've got here? Because there seems to be quite a lot going on at this festival today, and I wondered whether, yeah. So I kind of wonder, like, do you guys agree? You can agree, you can disagree, you can have no opinion, but I'd like to get your views because this is a not very popular opinion on the table. So, young people spend too much time glued to technology, yes or no?
I believe that it's in the middle because it can be good, but sometimes people go too much into internet and they spend long hours. It will also affect their brain.
So it's kind of it's a question of the middle. Daniel, I wanted to come back to you because you are the internet user for research, for school, for playing, for watching YouTube. What do you make of this?
I think the internet's okay. I mean, you don't use it too much. You don't use it too much because you have school, and then sometimes you have homework, so you could use it for that. So
it's fine to use it for work, but not all the time. Morning, evening.
Okay. Are people? Oh yes. to go. Okay, Daniel, what are you gonna... Okay, we're gonna come to you. But before you go, Daniel, before your mom disowns you... No, please, leave him for 1 second, because I must ask... It's the protocol. I need to ask Daniel his final thoughts, and I need to ask you to ask us all a question. Something that you've been pondering this week, okay? I'll come back to you in just one take, Lynn.
So I think the internet, it helps you, but it can be dangerous because of predators and stuff. But otherwise than that, it's quite amazing.
And which YouTube channel would you recommend right now?
I don't know, there's too many.
What's the one that you watched yesterday? Or this week?
This week. It's funny.
Okay, is it like basically people telling jokes?
No.
Okay, we're gonna look it up. Daniel, thank you so much. Give him a round of applause. He's been great. Okay, so this is us. This is a pop-up talk show. 1 in, 1 out. So you can now come back. You can come and take a seat. Oh, you have to leave too. But why? Have we upset you? No, it's fine. You can leave. But before you do, can you ask a question to everybody? Anything that you've been pondering, you've been thinking about as a young person?
Big or small, or funny, or sad? I don't know.
Okay, and anything that we talked about today that you'd like to just, that you're gonna walk away thinking about?
In the internet.
You're gonna think about the internet. I hope that you use the internet to become a policeman, because obviously you've got policemen in the family, future policemen. So thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you very much. Okay, and we've got you there, Gabriel. So what are your views on all of it?
My view is about my one is about Internet's not good because it can break your eyes.
Okay, now I wouldn't want to break my eyes. I don't know about you. Would you? I mean, do you use the internet? Do you know that it can break your eyes?
It can. Your eyes can like get worse. So that's why I have glasses. But if the like what you're watching, if it's like far away, it's okay. So it's like alright.
Okay, so you have to be careful. Maybe don't spend too long on it, but a little bit is okay. Okay, yeah.
My mum left.
Your mum left. She hasn't properly left. She's just there. Okay, she doesn't want to get. She's gonna be involved from like kind of the afar. You're gonna be our spokesperson in the queue, because guys, basically what's happening here? We are still here. We are doing a pop-up talk show. This is the queue to something. There's some kind of promised treat at the end of this queue, or at the beginning of this queue, I should rather say. We've got some people over there. I've got a question for you guys though, because you're not the first people carrying plants, and I wanted to ask you, where are they coming from? Did you bring them yourselves? Is it like taking dogs for a walk? You're kind of getting your plants out? Where did you get the plants from? Would you tell us? And what is this plant? Because I don't know. Come closer, because I've got micro arms basically. What kind of flower is it? Darrow, what kind of flower is that? I don't think I know it. We'll find out. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. And what is your flower?
It's sunflower.
Okay. Why did you choose sunflower? Were there other flowers to choose from?
That's one. Activate. That's why.
Okay. So can you? You need to go. Okay. Would you just sit here 1 second, because the accusation is young people are spending too much time on the internet, but maybe not enough. I don't know. Growing sunflowers. What would be? What do you say about that?
Yeah, guys.
Goodbye.
That's for garden. This time for summertime is okay. Gardening is playing with family and drinking, cooking, everything in the garden.
That's very nice. I couldn't couldn't agree more. And in fact, are you guys aware? Is there any barbecue situation going on in this park? I would murder a barbecue, any kind of food really. But you were talking about gardening. Is that something that you do a lot with your family? Is that something that people, yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you have in your garden?
Lots of vegetable. Vegetable. Yeah, lots of vegetable.
Okay, I have recently heard that apparently tomatoes are the favorite vegetable to grow. Do you have tomatoes?
I have tomato, beans, and pumpkin. Lots of another thing.
Okay, have you considered doing like making business out of it? Do like home deliveries to Peckham, which is where I am? I'd really appreciate that. Evie?
I'm also growing some sunflowers and herbs at the moment. I really want to grow tomatoes as well. I think it's very satisfying. You feel like you've achieved something. Maybe over a longer space of time. A lot of stuff is very instant. Like gardening is very slow, and it makes you feel like you've built something, which I like.
Okay, so there's a sense of completion and achievement of something. I mean, do you do any gardening?
I'm vegan. I'm vegan.
You're vegan. Okay, so I would imagine that you will eat a lot of vegetables. So do you have any favorite vegetable? Like any kind of vegan dishes that you particularly like?
Sweet corn, broccoli, and olives.
That is a very good bunch of ingredients for any kind of food. So is that okay? So these are your favorites, are they? And what about you? Have you ever grown a vegetable?
I have rocket, spinach, spring onion, and coriander in my garden.
Okay, do you look after yourself, or is it your family? You kind of go and water them?
I don't water them that much, only a bit. My dad mostly waters them.
Okay, because like I'm getting a bit hungry now, and it's from all the kind of vegetables we've named it. Come and sit down. We could make a really delicious salad, but you said that you're vegan. You're a very young vegan. How did you get into veganism? Was it like
my mum made me first, and then she ate vegetable and turned vegan.
Okay, so it was your mum. Hello, what's your name?
Paddy.
Adia, listen, we're talking about being vegan and growing own vegetables. Are you vegan?
Kind of.
You are? Okay, fine. You say kind of with hesitation. Why the hesitation?
I don't know.
I see. That just kind of case in point. Okay, do you grow any vegetables?
I want to go.
You do? Okay, so actually this is your lucky day, because on the table we've got some proficient growers, people who have done a lot of growing, and people who are doing growing now and want to do more of. Yeah, right. Okay, we're talking entry-level gardening. What is the best plant to kind of grow? It will be like a good advice for you, maybe into gardening. What would you recommend?
Recommend best fresh food is best, and vegetable. Yeah, vegetable fruit is best for fresh. Gardening is best.
Okay. So are there any vegetables which are particularly easy to grow if you are just starting, you don't want to be, discouraged too much? What's the easy vegetable to grow?
That is easy, no hard work.
All of it is easy?
Easy.
Okay.
Like courgettes and things like that, like you have to take and cucumbers, you have to take the flowers off, otherwise they become really bitter. I think those ones are stressful to grow. Maybe like cress or something like that.
So kind of salady things, they seem to be like quite easy. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Right, okay. What did you say? You can say it on the mic. We won't tell anyone, don't worry.
What shall I say?
We will say to everyone. What were you just saying there?
I made cress in year 2.
Oh, you did? Okay. And how did that work out? That kind of grew how you planned it to grow?
Yeah, but then I put too much water.
Okay. Killing plants with too much water. I have been guilty of this. I actually want here. Do you do any gardening? No. Oh, you have to go. Okay, what are you gonna take away with you? Oh, in fact, if you guys are all going, then you need to give me your final thoughts or a question. Oh, well, you're staying. That's perfect. Thank you very much. What's your final thought?
That if you want to water properly, you have to on the sides and the roots, not over it. Otherwise, the plant will like soak too much.
That's a very good tip. Okay. Any final thoughts that you'd like to ask a question? Something you've been thinking about all week long and you want to ask a question? Oh, here's the vegan mum. Hello, mum. Nice to meet you.
How long would it take to go? How long would it take to grow all plants in one day?
Okay, this is a philosophical, tricky question. How long will How long will it take to grow all plants in one day? Was that your actual question? You're messing with my brain right now. Thank you for this. Do you know the answer to this question?
No.
Okay. Does anybody? I mean, what's the meaning of life? That's my next question. But guys, so welcome. Like, you can sit down actually. Are you going now? Can you just tell us, because we were talking about growing your own food, and apparently this young gentleman is a vegan, as per you, like, because you instilled that in him. Can you tell us?
Someone on the internet called Clippy. He learns about everything.
Okay.
He learned about vegetables in it. He learned about anything. He even learned about toys.
Okay. So there's a lot of knowledge that kind of also to grow vegetables, but I wondered how you got into veganism.
My sister's got milk allergies. We found out when she was a baby. I was vegetarian, pescatarian for a long time, and then when I started researching and found out that there's a lot of milk in pretty much everything, including washing powder. Not that we're eating washing powder, but just trying to eliminate stuff. It was just easier, just the full thing.
And was it truly easy? Because, like you say, there's dairy present in everything, including washing powder. I've got to be honest, I have not heard this before. I'm gonna literally read the back of my washing powder now. But was it easy or difficult to make that switch?
This time it was easy. I tried once before I had children, and it wasn't easy. But I feel like supermarkets are getting better at providing, other options for people. So yeah, it's easier this time.
Okay, so would you recommend it to people to go vegan?
100%. So much better for you. There's so many things that people don't realise, like minor ailments that people have, like eczema, that's triggered by dairy products and stuff like that.
Okay, so that I also didn't know that. My ex-boyfriend had eczema and he didn't know what was causing it. I don't think anyone knows, but he's saying it's related to dairy. Wow, okay. Okay, so whilst you're here, guys, I kind of want to ask this question to everyone. Or you can have grapes over here if you want. These are shared grapes. Ladies, would you like some grapes? I didn't grow them myself. Sorry to let you down. I bought them, but I'm going to have a grape. Yeah? Alright, I'm going to eat and talk, which is not allowed usually, but here it's a little bit allowed. No. I'm setting an awful example. Please don't take example from me. Oh no. Yeah, no, it was a hard grape. I didn't want to do it. But guys, I just wanted to ask you, what did you do? We're going soon, but how was the Newham Show? How was the festival? Was it good? Are you local to Newham?
We live in Plaistow. The last 2 years we've come and see yous. Yeah.
That's very good to hear, because I've been here last year and a year. Small world. Thanks for stopping by. So obviously, apart from Talkaoke then, were there any other things that you enjoyed?
The performers. Some great performers. Some Eastern European dancers. Wow. Something different. You see you kind of living in Newham, children are half black, so you just automatically see certain things culturally, but then you get a nice mixture and you see what other people are doing and what other people are into, so it's nice.
And this is really, that's something that people were saying on the table before as well, that, you know, Newham, it is a very diverse borough. And actually everybody meeting here is where you can really celebrate the difference and get to understand other cultures as well. I didn't realise about the Eastern European dancers. We certainly have heard the music, that's for sure, because it's impossible not to hear here, but we're not complaining. But it sounds like you've had some good times here. Okay. So, tomorrow?
Probably with different people. Everyone wants to come over here, so.
Okay. Bring some new friends. Yes.
I was going to ask, because this is my first time at the show, but apparently there used to be a big parade, which apparently is not happening this year. So is it? You know what? Is it? Are we missing out? Basically, am I missing out? Because I've never seen it.
That's a good question. So guys, apparently last year there was a parade here, but this year there's no parade. Do you guys know why? And also, maybe it happened, maybe we missed it, but what was it about the parade? Do you remember the parade?
Last year they had like a mini parade, I guess like a small Notting Hill Carnival type parade with little floats and children dressed up in different things, and it's really good, and I didn't realise that you wasn't doing it this year, so I got on.
Apparently that's a new thing, but I think there's still quite a few things here, but parade is really nice. I think you're right, it's like a little nod to Notting Hill, yes, Carnival. Rick, you were here last year. Do you feel like you're missing the parade? Is there something missing for you there?
I mean, it'd be nice to happen. I mean, we could have missed it because it walked around everywhere. So the moment it came past, we had to stop because it was so loud. And but it was very colourful and a lot of fun. So it's a bit of a shame it's not here this year.
No, that is a shame. But anyway, so we are here for like a third year now, and
I think it might be the fourth year.
Damn, time flies. My third year, obviously, there was live before me, before my engagement with Talkaoke and that kind of stuff. Cool.
I could be wrong.
Could be wrong. Could be right, could be wrong. I do wonder what's happening because it seems like the crowds are kind of slowly dissipating. What?
Over there, there's other things going on. There's supposedly a children's rave. I don't know where that's happening, but
I would love to go to a rave.
What goes on with the children's rave? Like, when? What?
Supposedly it's somewhere floating around. I really don't have no idea.
Listen, are you gonna go to children's rave? Do you know what children's rave is?
Over there.
Did you win in this queue? Oh wow. Are they Ray-Bans? They look like Ray-Bans. Okay.
Oh, these are quite cool.
What a cool looking kid. Listen, if you were to go to a rave, you're sorted. You look just like, you look amazing. Okay, so this is it. What else? What else is there to say? I mean, what is there to say? Gonna skididdle.
We'll come and see you next year.
Okay, really, please do. It has been really nice having you and learning. We're here tomorrow. We're going to be here for the next half hour. So guys, have you got any final thoughts that you'd like to leave us with, or maybe bounce a question to everybody? Oh, by the way, everyone, if you're just walking past, you're not sure what's happening here, or if you're standing in the queue, yes, we know the queue is here. She is back. Welcome. Kerry. It's Kerry, isn't it? It's Kerry. Carla, sorry.
A question. Do you think Newham should have their own museum?
Okay, I'm really upset that this question came so late in the day. Please give us your name.
My name's Stephanie.
Stephanie, thank you for leaving us on this bombshell, because we could just unpick it. Does Newham need its own museum? What do people think? Stephanie thinks it's a yes. I don't know why, somehow.
I thought every borough had a museum for some reason. I'm just surprised.
Okay, Stephanie, before you go, because this is a very intriguing question. By the way, have you ever been to a museum? Yeah. What kind of museum? National Museum. National History. Sorry, my hearing. Okay, so So if there was a museum in Newham, what should be in it?
I can't tell you, that's top secret.
Okay, it's a secret. Okay. Listen, I've got a question for you. I know you've left, but you're kind of still here.
Ilford's got a museum.
Ilford's got a museum.
But it's on Ilford's heritage. So I feel like maybe something to do with heritage, but I've got my own idea, so I won't spoil it.
So we're gonna watch the museum scene unfold in Newham, hopefully this time next year. Okay, Carla, you've got glitter on your face, but is it causing litter? What if some of it drops off? Exactly, you know, there are people who need to pick it up, like, you know.
It's all friendly.
Is it friendly? Okay. Hello, you guys. So we are at a pop-up talk show. We're only here for the next 20 minutes or so. Yeah, why not? I do need to have another wee-wee because I have drunk a lot of water. But yeah. Just for fun, guys, so this is a pop-up talk show. Basically how it works is that you are the panelists, you are the people. Yeah, I'm gonna go and get some Carla. Oh, darling, don't worry, I've got a bottle. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah, it's just there. Yeah, that's fine. I've got some water. Thank you very much. Hello, my darling. Come and sit down, rest your legs. And your dad as well. I'm assuming you're related. You could not be. I don't know. You could be just a guy. And you could be just a child. That's fine. Welcome. This is a pop-up talk show. I'm Margot. What is your name? Jack. Jack and?
Tony.
Toby. Tony and? Evie. And we've got?
Rick.
Okay, and I'm Margot, which I may have not said. Maybe I kept it a secret, who knows. And we've got some people over there. You are welcome to come and join us. But I'm in the middle, nearly swapping over with Evie. But I'm happy just like chilling here as you guys are chilling on the outside. Question to you is, what have you been doing at this festival today?
So really just the sport, you know, everything that's on offer. We feel like, you know, once a year you gotta do it all.
You gotta do it all. Okay, so do you feel like you've done it all today?
No, I sort of leave something out, you know, because tomorrow. So yeah.
That's a very good point because we're gonna be tomorrow, so it's good to know that you guys are going to be coming back. And over to your dad, Tony, like what have you, so obviously sports, that's a big one, and you're going to be coming back for more. Anything that you've done today, you were like, yeah, that's thumbs up, that's actually quite good.
Yeah, the, what do you call it, the top, what's it called? The top 10 or whatever, yeah, so that we enjoyed that as well.
Okay, so were you like a passive listener to music, or did you like bust some moves? I couldn't help myself. I just had to like do a little dance.
I'm more passive. He's more moves.
Okay, so are you the dancer of the family? It's okay. You can tell us. We'll keep it a secret.
I don't think so.
Well, your dad is looking like. Well, I disagree.
I only dance when I'm drunk.
Yeah, join a club. So it's a big club. There's a lot of us there. Okay, so a bit of moving. Dancing. Anything that you wanted to add, Ellie?
What am I thinking? I liked it when we used to have to be taught how to dance in school. I'm thinking because we've got a bit of folk music going on, and my mum grew up in Scotland, and she used to have to learn how to Cayley dance at school, and it was great. And I just feel like I miss out on that a bit. We had ballet, and then maybe normal sport, and then for the ballet, the girls had to do one thing, the boys had to do another thing. It seemed a bit unfair. I liked it where you had to do something all together.
Okay, so a bit of traditional dancing from Scotland. Are you guys familiar with Cayley dancing?
Well, my mum and dad are Irish, so they would have had all the Irish dancing and all that was grown up on it, but Jack would have been really...
Jack, what are your views on Cayley dancing, or Irish dancing indeed?
I don't really know much about it. I don't really know about it, to be in all fairness. You know, it's never really occurred to me much, so...
Okay, hello, welcome. So we are basically, I'm going to say it really quietly and hoping no one else will hear it. We are a pop-up talk show. So you are on the talk show right now. Welcome. I'm Margot. What is your name?
My name is Rita.
Rita, welcome. So we've got Tony, we've got Jack, we've got Evie, and we've got Rick, and we're just sitting here chatting. Apparently, Irish dancing, Cayley dancing, something that people used to do in the past. Younger generation doesn't really know that much about it, about traditional dances, even if they do a bit of a boogie here and there. But what are your views on dancing? Are there any particular good dances that you can recommend, or you dance?
I dance on the English music or Asian music.
Both, either. Asian music.
Or you want me to sing?
Yeah, basically, here's the thing. So on Talkaoke table, there's 2 rules: no fighting. No, was it? No singing, no fighting. But I'd like to make a little exception. If you like, is that okay? We won't tell the main Talkaoke people. Could you sing a little bit, just like a little bit? Is that what you were implying?
Hello. Let me think about it.
Have a think about it. But hello, by the way, welcome. We are just having a talk show situation here, so you're welcome to join. We're talking about traditional dances, and young people, maybe they don't know so much about it. And then also, Rita, you say? Yeah, Rita's gonna do a little rendition of something for us. But are you a dancer or a singer? Are you more of a dancer or a singer? You are. Come closer, because you know, there's only, you know, what kind of singing? I'm gonna come back to you in 1 second. What's your name, by the way?
Kelly.
Kelly, the singing lady, and Rita apparently too. And this is Tony, this is Jack, this is Evie, and this is Rick, and I'm Margot. So welcome. What kind of singing do you do?
Karaoke style.
Interesting. What is your top song that you always do at karaoke?
Perfect by Fairground Attraction.
Okay, before you give us like first 2 lines of that song, which I know you're dying to do. I know when you see a microphone, like, I'm on it, I'm doing karaoke right now. Rita, I'd like to come back to you. Guys, are you ready for Rita just to give us like a few seconds, yeah? Just give us a little taster. You ready? Okay, let's give her a little drum roll. Over to you.
जब जब बाहर आई और फूल मुस्कुराए मुझे तुम याद आए मुझे तुम याद आए जब जब ये चांद निकला और तारे जगमगाए मुझे तुम याद आए मुझे तुम याद आए
Actual G, even if you weren't at the table, give her a round of applause. That was Rita doing a rendition of a beautiful song which is called what?
जब जब ये चांद निकला.
Yeah, what she said. And what is the song about? Because I get like actually, before you reveal, is there anything that you think the song was about? Anything that you picked up from the way Rita sang? And you're a fellow singer. Is there anything that can be? Because the language was, what was the language?
It's Hindi.
Hindi. Okay, Rita, pause that.
You could tell she had a good voice and very comfortable with it. I didn't understand the words, but you could tell she was very...
Like a husband, that whenever I remember you, and you know, I always miss you, I remember you, whenever I see the stars and moons, I always remember you.
Oh, that is quite a beautiful thing. Okay, so thank you for this. And what made you want to sing this song? Is that something that is like a soundtrack to your life? What's the meaning of this song?
I'm here because my husband is at home. We can sing for him that you should be here.
That is really cute. Okay, thank you for this, Rita. I mean, I'm slightly speechless, but I also want to come back to like, would that be your karaoke choice as well? Is that song on karaoke a lot? You know, in the menu?
I don't know, but if you change a little bit tune, it will turn up in the karaoke.
Okay. Right, because like I just want to ask, like, where is a good place to do karaoke actually? I mean, we've got an expert here, obviously, like, you know. Are there any places in Newham where one can go and sing, dance? I mean, obviously, apart from around this table, it's more than around. Can you recommend something, guys?
I heard the Goose in Stratford do karaoke once a week. I think on a Thursday night or something. I've not sang there, but...
Not yet, anyway.
There's a really good free event which goes on, I think, near the City Hall, but it's called Talkaoke, and it's like a band comes and plays all your favourite songs, they put a good screen up, and then everyone can sing together, which I like because I don't have that good a voice, but I want to sing karaoke, so I thought it was a great idea, and I think there should be more of those ones around.
I think this is a good point about having a good voice, because have you got a good singing voice?
I'll leave that for other people to judge.
Very diplomatic indeed. What about you, Tony? Do you have a nice singing voice?
I've got a terrible voice.
Finally, you admit it.
Okay, there's some family conflict there. I'll let you guys sort it out. But okay, because this is an interesting thing. Like, why do people sing? Because you said, oh, maybe you don't consider yourself having a good singing voice, but you enjoy singing. Like, what is it about it? Like, why do you sing?
I think I've always sang as a child. Everywhere we drove in the car, my brother and sister would always sing, and it just enjoy it. It's just something fun to do.
Okay. Do people have their favorite songs? I mean, actually, I did promise you 2 bars of your favorite song, and I'm gonna, because this is like the end now, because we are closing at 6 o'clock, and I thought, do you know what? Hell, let's go crazy. Do you know what I mean? Let's just ruffle their hair. Will you give us like two lines of your favorite song? Okay, guys, you know what to do. We need to give her a drum roll. Over to you.
Too many people take second best, but I won't take anything less. It's got to be, yeah, perfect.
Literally, Talkaoke turning into karaoke. Mikey would be mortified. Mikey is another person involved in this project, but obviously he's not here, so don't tell him what just happened, right?
He likes karaoke, actually, Richard.
Oh, he does? Okay, double standards, no, say no more. Okay, what would be your karaoke song? You can sing it, it's optional, but you don't have to. But what if you were?
I don't know, really. I haven't given it much thought, really. I don't know what be karaoke. I don't know. God, what would your one be, Jack? I don't know.
Jack?
I have no idea. I never thought of it.
Okay, so listen up, you guys, right? I'm going to go to these guys quickly, and then by the time they tell us, you need to come up with a karaoke song, if it comes to you, okay? Have a little think, all right? Rick, what would be your karaoke song?
I think the last time I did karaoke, which was a long time ago, was I played Judas Priest's "Breaking the Law" was the one I did, so I'll probably stick with that because I know that one.
Would you give us like a 2-bar? Don't be shy, we're all friends now, you know. Okay, Breaking the Law. And for you, Evie?
I think White Flag by Dido, which is a bit sad, but it's a great song. Yeah.
Would you give us a bar?
Absolutely not, no.
Wow, tough crowd. It's okay, we've got enough singers around this table, but just before you go, because Rita, I can see you're either starting some kind of like a clapping situation here, or you're about to leave. I'm not sure which. But before you go or start the clapping, I want to ask Jack, have you thought of your song? And Tony, similar?
I suppose Don't Look Back in Anger, Oasis. That's better.
Rock on, yes. And for you, Jack?
Probably Almost Never. I'm sorry, not.
It's okay, rewind.
Never Enough, sorry.
Never Enough by who?
Oh, I don't know, but it's from The Greatest Showman, so yeah, that's.
Oh, Great Showman. Is this your music? What is this music? Please explain.
The girl is winking on you.
Okay, there's a lot of like love in the songs, isn't it? Okay. Right, so guys, so this is what's happening here. So we've run through our favorite songs. We are here tomorrow for some more chat. So if you're coming back, I think I'm going to wrap up, Rick. I think I'm going to wrap up because we've had a fantabulous time here. Thank you for dropping by towards the end and pop in tomorrow. I can't promise we'll do singing, but we'll do definitely a lot of chat. Okay, but I hope you enjoyed the rest of the festival. But before you go, I'd quite like you to give us some final thoughts. Just something that maybe happened today you'd like to share, something we talked about, or maybe a question we can kick off with tomorrow. So anyone can start. Rita, you look like you've got something to say.
So I didn't understand.
Okay, I'm gonna go again. No, basically I'm just asking if you have any final thoughts. Hello you guys, we are basically wrapping up, but if you're here tomorrow, come tomorrow. We are a pop-up talk show, we are Talkaoke. So if you have any thoughts that occurred to you while sitting at the table, please share.
last few years have always had music at the Big Top. Is it, Jack? Is it Big Top? But they ain't got music this year. It's just all acrobatics and all that kind of thing. So it's a pity, really, because we always enjoyed the music at the Big Top. But for some reason, they've changed it.
So it's a shame you came here only now, because earlier we had the proper counsellors here who are the decision.
Very good event, and we all, I think all people, everybody is enjoying that. It's lovely weather too. As weather is very sportive as well. I really enjoyed it. I will never miss it.
And we really enjoyed you as well.
I come both days. Tomorrow.
Make sure that you come here tomorrow. Yeah?
It's about our fifth or sixth year we've come here. So yeah.
Okay. Final thoughts. Do you remember your first time you came?
Not really, but no, not really. But today, right, I was in the fun fair and I'm like, that ride's really easy. I'm just gonna go on it, right? And then I was on the first ride.
Really? Okay, so you were challenged. The level of fear in you was like quite high today. Okay, I'm glad you overcame it. I'm glad you're here with us, safe and in one piece. Okay. Any last thoughts from me? It's Kelly, sorry.
No, just what a lovely, amazing day, really diverse day. Come here, do some rock climbing, do some singing, do some cakes. Happy days.
Yeah.
Okay, I like the idea of cakes. Do you think they're still going? Okay, yeah, just point us in the right direction. Evie, any final thoughts from you?
I was really taken just a little bit earlier. Someone, this is cheating completely. Someone was like, should Newham have a museum? And I really like museums, and so far I like Newham. So I thought that was a really good question that I want to remember for tomorrow.
Okay, just a quick question. Everybody's here from Newham, right? If Newham had a museum, what should be in it? Just like shout it out. Is there anything?
Docks. You got Canning Town has got the docks, so a lot of that was built around the docks and all that kind of thing. Yeah, so it's I'd say that definitely would have to be about the docks. Yeah.
Anything from you girls?
Pictures of the old high streets and the old shops and what it all used to look like and all that kind of thing.
It's a bit of a.
It's changed a hell of a lot in the last 30, 40 years. Hell of a lot. So yeah, they definitely would have pictures, like you say, of how it's changed over the years.
I think it's a really excellent idea, and particularly for younger generation, just to see how things developed. But I will be coming back tomorrow because I'd like to continue chatting about this. Rick, any final thoughts from you?
I was thinking about the museum thing. I think they might be building one in the Olympic Park, which is the Olympic Park's part of Newham, isn't it? I guess. Yeah. So I think there'll be a museum at some point. I mean, they've been, yeah. So I don't know when, but it's going to happen at some point.
Okay, and on that parting thought, guys, give yourselves a round of applause. We've been Talkaoke. Thank you to Evie, thank you to Rick, thank you to all of you. See you tomorrow, and basically just like keep the fun going, keep the karaoke going. Thank you very much, girls and boys, and goodbye.